everyone, I'm Erin and
I'm Roger.
And we're the Unfound family. We decided to start this vlog to document our journey of adoption.
We've actually started already with our two dogs. We have Lola and Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Lola was rescued, well, not rescued,
she was adopted.
She was adopted from another family. Mm-hmm. And Elsa was rescued from a downtown shelter.
Let's get the dogs. Come here, Doris. Come here. Okay.
So
these took us a while to get them up here. So this is Lola, our little rat terrier mix. She's about 3.5 years old.
And this is Elsa, our short-haired German short-hair pointer.
And she's
a bundle of energy.
She's about 15 months old, so she's still a lot of puppy. And they don't like to be left around, so we're gonna let them go. You'll probably see them playing in the background, maybe hear them barking a little bit. So yeah, so we've really enjoyed right now they're our kids, and there's a lot of things that I feel like we treat them like our kids, but there's always room for more in our
Absolutely.
house. Yeah. So what we wanted to do with this video was just kind of introduce ourselves, give you a little short background of who we are, how we met, and then there'll be more stuff for the channel in other vlogs as we come. So, okay, so we'll start with how we met. We met at church. We were both going to a church at the time in a singles group. It was an over 35 singles group.
Well,
and
the real story is we would go to church on Saturday night. They had a Saturday night service, and well, I was usually sitting by myself because it was a singles group.
As I was.
You know, I was single, so of course I was single.
Mm-hmm.
And this incredible woman walked into the church.
Who's that?
And pretty much everybody else in the church disappeared except her. And I'm thinking to myself, who is this person?
And I remember that night, and I remember saying, I hate sitting alone in church, but I went to church anyways, and I'm glad I did.
So when the service was over, I made sure that I was in her path on her way out the door. And I introduced myself. I said, I believe I saw you at the singles group. Are you going to the next meeting? And she said yes. And I go, I'll see you there. And left it at that.
Oh, there was a little bit more than that.
Not that night.
Yeah, we stood there for about 20 minutes talking.
Did we?
Yeah, because I was like, all right, who is this guy? He was interesting. At the time, he had this really long mustache, and he had this orange leather jacket. It was a Home Depot racing jacket.
NASCAR leather jacket.
Okay, but it was orange, and I just remember and just being kind of intrigued by this guy. So.
And pretty much from that point forward, we always gravitated toward each other, and
the dogs
started learning each other's interests and coming to the realization that it could be more.
Yeah.
So
long story short, we met and got married in 11 months.
In that 11 months, however.
But in that 11 months, a lot happened.
We had a lot of discussions. I put her through a lot of, how should we say, compatibility study type stuff. We looked at Stan Myers-Briggs, looking at our personality traits and how they were compatible with each other. And I told her this from the beginning. I wasn't interested in just a run-of-the-mill relationship. I wanted
a partner.
I wanted my soulmate. And
that's one thing I remember from one of our early conversations was he was looking for a partner. Like, that was the word that stood out for me. It's like really a partner in life, partner in
everything.
Everything, yeah. And I think we've done that.
And we have, and wouldn't be here if we weren't.
Right.
So now we're going to put our partnering skills together and look into adopting a foster child or two. All the pieces have pretty much started to fall together. We have the house. I've got some remodeling to finish. We have, our job, our career, our income. So it should be a very interesting
process. Yeah. And so the reason we created this vlog is, it was kind of an idea that I had, and I'm really glad that Roger's on board with it. I've been following a couple of daily vlogger families, but we probably won't be doing daily vlogs. We just don't have time. We both have jobs that we love that we're not willing to, and daily vlogging is a full-time thing. And so, but I've been following a couple of families that have put stuff up, especially families that are trying to conceive children. Daily Bumps, or Bumps Along the Way is one, Katie and Cullen, and some other ones that that they were vlogging their experience with trying to become pregnant. Well, that's obviously not a route that we're going. So I was looking for some way to maybe vlog an adoption experience. There are a few out there as far as that are adopting from birth. So they're working with birth mothers and adopting infants. We're not necessarily interested in infant adoption. We know that there are children out there. In fact, I have some statistics here. According to adoptuskids.org, there are more than 20,000 children every year that age out of the foster care system without ever being adopted. Right now, there are 104,000 children in the foster care system that are waiting to be adopted. So, and they range from less than a year to 21 years of age. And so we'll talk a little bit more about the age of child we're looking for and the situation that we're looking for. So there's children out there that are already waiting to be adopted. When I first heard that statistic, it was staggering. I was surprised how huge it was. So that's where we're coming from. We know that there are children out there. We don't necessarily feel like we have to create a child in order for us to have a family. There are children out there already that are waiting to find us. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're the Unfound Family.
And in our exploration of the foster care system, there are many agencies. Mm-hmm. I know of at least 3 or 4 in this area that work with the state foster programs in order to place children, make sure they get the care that is necessary. Unfortunately, there are many horror stories in the foster care program. I knew many of these kids when I was a teenager. And then there are also horror stories from the other side, parents or adults who tried to foster and did not go very successfully. They wanted to adopt, but things didn't turn out the way they wanted them to turn out. We want to explore these things, both the positive and negative. There's no reason to whitewash a tomb when there's some negative sides to this. This way, what we learn will enlighten you and give you a bigger picture of the whole program as we explore it, experience it, and hopefully succeed in adopting a child.
And we're interested, and we're interested in your stories too. So if you have a story you want to share. Okay, sorry about that. Our battery died earlier, so we had to let it charge, and then we came in and watched some TV. So, and then we wound up with this
lapdog,
and who just loves to sit on the lap. Yes, she does. And this one's not sure what we're doing. So anyway, so thanks for watching. I think I was saying before it cut off, we'd like to hear your stories. And so if you've been through adoption, if you've been adopted, if you are adopting or have adopted, we'd like to hear your stories. So leave some comments, tweet us, post some videos of your own and share them with us. So go ahead and subscribe, like, share the video. Anyways, have a good night. You say good night, Elsa? Did you say good night? Huh? Did you say good night? Oh, what's going on? This is our 50-pound lap dog. You're so sweet, baby. I love you. I love you. Good night.